Welcome. My name is Chris Atchison Clare, and I direct Purdue University's SILMAR. That's the Center for Intercultural Learning, Mentorship, Assessment, and Research.
And my name is Aletha Stahl, and I'm a lead intercultural learning specialist with SILMAR. And I'm also the manager, editor, and frequent co-author of the Portable Intercultural Modules.
So the course that you're in is an instructor support course for the Portable Intercultural Modules. It's meant for faculty or facilitators who are embedding one of these PIM, as we call them, into a larger course or program. And we just wanted to provide some resources and some tips and strategies for you in order to make your experience as successful as possible and maybe a little less stressful. So in this course, we really want to set you up for success with the PIM by providing you with some theoretical background information and then talk to you about the different choices that you have in implementing the PIM, because there are different options for how you might go about using PIM in your course or program. We're going to give you some technical support details and then offer some tips and strategies and resources that you might want to delve into. Now, you might notice that this video and even some of the other materials are similar between this particular instructional support course and other courses meant to support instructors who are using various PIM. And the reason for that is that some of the material is applicable across all content that's in different portable intercultural modules. But there are some details that are particular to specific PIM and the topics of those PIM. So if you've seen some of this material before, don't feel the need to repeat things that are old news to you. And you can focus in on the details that are fresh and new and specific to that PIM. If this is your first time doing one of these instructor modules, you might want to go through the content in more detail, but always keep in mind that all of the content here in the instructor materials are optional and some of it may apply to you and some of it not. So you're free to pick and choose whatever is most helpful to you in this course.
So if you're not quite sure what the Portable Intercultural Modules are, and you've stumbled on this course and started it and are curious to know, these are learning modules that can be downloaded from the Hubble and imported into a learning management system. And we should have them available for Brightspace, Canvas, or Moodle. And then an instructor can assign them to students through their learning management system. And each PIM addresses and assesses 1 to 2 intercultural learning outcomes, such as openness or empathy or curiosity. Each is designed for students to complete in 60 to 90 minutes. There are a few exceptions because of interviews or a film that's recommended, but in general, that's the time you can think of for student homework. And they engage learners in a range of activities. So that can be surveys, videos, quizzes, information gathering, reflections, etc. They're designed for autonomous use by students, so you don't have to have instructor expertise to do these.
So this issue of instructor expertise is exactly why we developed the Portable Intercultural Modules in the first place. A few years ago at Purdue University, we had a felt need for curricula that could be modular, like small pieces of topics that could fit easily within larger curriculum, and things that were broadly applicable to a number of different disciplines, and also curricula that was scalable. So lots and lots of people could use it without necessarily increasing the labor. And so we wanted to create things that were easy to implement for instructors and easy to use for students.
And I'll just point out that we've had thousands of uses in terms of student numbers of various PIM. So in this course that you're undertaking here, you're the driver, and Chris has already mentioned that. Work with what's useful to you. We'll give you tips for accessing the PIM and for putting them in your LMS, because we know that can be dicey sometimes. We'll also offer different levels of instructor engagement, and we'll say more about that in a video coming up. There are frameworks and resources that will help you understand more about the PIM and also support you as an instructor if you want to develop your own ability to facilitate intercultural learning. And we'll use discussion boards for reflection if you care to engage in those. There will be a capstone assignment at the end, and you're invited to complete that. If you wish, it will be through a Qualtrics survey if you want to receive credit in the Hubble for having completed this particular block or course.
We really hope that you enjoy these materials and find them useful. If you have questions, you're welcome to reach out to us at silmar@purdue.edu.